and sisters to unite against a common core, which is anger and the shortage of the commodity. So as a responsible government official, I've got a responsibility to say, colleagues, this is subsidized maize that we have given to millers. So every milling plant which has received brand, I think I should engage the Minister of Agriculture to make a public announcement on the milling brands which have been given subsidized maize. So that even if a neighbor buys and is selling at 250, it should never be sold at 250, but at 175 kwacha. So this is a measure that you're asking me, at government, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And the second measure is government at outlets where they are selling this, we are putting on, it should not only be the police to make sure that each individual buys a bag or two. Even the community must get involved. I was very happy it was in Ndola, where I saw youths pounce on a person that had bought pounds and pounds of maize, or milling meal, and starched them. When people in the next door, they don't have milling meal. The community must get involved and demand to say this must not fetch more than 175.
But why not
Because this
use
is
the
subsidized.
same? Why not use the same, consciousness, the same morality kind of leadership in handling these issues? Because you are condemning some allegedly unpatriotic Zambians who are buying in bulks because they want to make more money. They are sure that whether they like it or not, your neighbor or my neighbor is going to buy. It's the same things. Even you as the government, you are exporting maize out of Zambia, and yet your people are starving in courts.
Okay.
Why not also walk the talk?
Exactly. And I like what you have said. Exporting and increasing the commodity price are two different things.
But the common denominator is that you are both doing business, right?
Listen to this.
Government is into business,
Okay.
and also individual traders, they want to be in business.
On the contrary, government is not into business. Government is not exporting maize. The private sector. Government does not run milling plants for business. That's why you see that the milling plants that are run by Zambia National Services, because there's no profit in it, we do it 155. So I need to correct this narrative, which you have just misguided yourself and the public, to say government is in business and selling in the same way like we do. No government official, no government agency is exporting maize. I should be very clear. What we have done is the private sector that buys maize and milling meal to export. I'll tell you this. What we are not giving permits for export is the maize that is subsidized coming from Food Reserve Agency. Because we have enough grain to cater the country. But there are some millers who did their own milling meal, who did their own maize. And their focus is to make sure that they make a huge markup from exports. The exports that will strengthen part of the kwacha, among many other things. Make a difference on this one. The subsidized maize from FRA is public maize, which is enough to cater the local market. But the private sector, if we say do not take this anywhere, they are withholding